League BTF, we've made it. End of the regular season. Let's get right into week 14 recap. We're going to slide right to the playoff preview and talk about who we got fighting for that league title here in 2024. Appreciate all of you guys for tuning in to these recaps. Try my best to make them entertaining. We had a lot going on this week. Started off on a fiery note with all the Packers and Lions fans getting feisty in the chat. Mainly JD, myself, Juice chimed in a little bit. Wow, what a game. Lions-Packers on Thursday last week. Could be another matchup down the road. You never know. You never know. All right, first matchup. Let's get into it. Speaking of Juice, K9 just scored again, going up against Team Stu. Team Stu was out of it. He was playing for Pride. Juice, he could have made it a variety of ways. I think he still could have made it had he lost this game since Fisher lost. But he got the job done with one quarterback. Another team wins a week with only one quarterback playing. Impressive stuff when you get 39 out of Jordan Addison and 24 out of Chase Brown. Double digits out of every player except his defensive player, which it's kind of rare to actually get double digits from the defensive player. So, I mean, Jordan Addison was the nuke here. Jordan Love, mediocre. Alvin Kamara, average. Myers, Johnson, Moore, Thomas, all decent games. 163 to 149. Stu had a great game out of Adams again. Top half of the lineup played well, except for Bucky Irving getting hurt. But it wouldn't have really made a difference had he started Jerome Ford. So, valiant effort by Team Stu. Your season is over. Juice wins the Spartan battle. On to the rat battle between Nard, the nasty rat, and Jake, the defending champ, the champion rat. Name makes sense. Nard battle. 45 out of Jamar Chase. Hold on. Let me see. I mean, he's the number one wide receiver in fantasy. But he's put up 40 twice this year. 44 on week 5, 45 in week 14, and 61 in week 10. I mean, Jamar Chase, what a fucking season, dude. He has 150 points in 3 weeks. That is absolutely bonkers. Jake thought it was in the bag. I mean, we pretty much knew it was in the bag, but Jamar Chase needed literally 5.3 more points, and he would have beat Jake, and he probably would have made the playoffs. Darnell Mooney and Juwan Jennings, big games. Again, only having one quarterback cost him down the stretch, so he had Penix on the bench. He started Fields. I would have started Fields too had I been in his position. Maybe get a lucky goal line touchdown run or something. But Josh Jacobs, Tyrone Tracy, Tyreek Hill, Jerry Jeudy, Tony Pollard, Kyler Murray, all just consistent. And Jake, the champion rat, rolls into a week 1 playoff bye as the 10-4 team. Great win out of Jake, and I know he's going to love to have those bragging rights against Nard, the nasty rat. Next matchup, we had the King and I going up against Malik These Nuts. I forget what I nicknamed this one. But JD and his drunken Packer cheesehead self came away with the win this week. Steve was just on an unbelievable decline. I think he lost his last 5 games. I think he was 6-3 and ended up 6-8. So tough. I mean, every single guy on his bench had 0 points. He started every guy he could have possibly started. Mac Jones and Kirk Cousins combined for 14.8 points. I mean, 0 out of Jaden Reed. Great job, Jordan Reed, talking all that smack, not even having a catch against the Lions. Third stringers, by the way. Lions third stringers. That's tough. JD wins this meaningless matchup. The King and I needed to win to get in the playoffs, and he let it slip away. Unfortunately, season's over for both JD and Steve. Next matchup was important for Joe Ginley, Cleveland Buckeyes, going up against John, Surge North Golden Slabs. John put up one of his better weeks, 156. Great games out of Justin Jefferson, Kyron Williams, Stafford, Rodgers. The rest of the team was kind of mediocre. Ginley had some good firepower in this game. Put up a cool 184, never really a doubt. Joe Burrow with 27 in the bag on Monday night to seal it. Christian Watson had a good game on Thursday. Malik Neighbors still seems to somehow get catches, even though he's got nobody throwing him the football. So Ginley's going to be a tough out in the playoffs when you got, Khalil Shakir, James Conner, Rashad White, Joe Burrow, Brock Purdy all putting up 20 plus. Good win for Joe. He gets in the playoffs. Nice win, Buckeye buddy. This was the matchup of the week. We had Baby Emoji Barron going up against Team Fisher. Jared fresh off the hot Juan Soto signing. Little just didn't have enough. It was Jake Ferguson against Eric Kendricks on Monday Night Football. And they're on the same team. But Kendricks outscored him 11-6. And Barron won by 5. I mean, when do you go into a defensive player up against a position player and come out winning like that? That's insanity. Didn't start a second quarterback. Only quarterback was Caleb Williams. 20 spots out of Bijan Chuba Cooper. 17 out of Njoku, who's just had a great season ever since Deshaun went away to the IR. I mean, you win 100 with 120 points. Would have lost to every other single team in the league besides the King and I. Like, Barron matched up against the only one of 2 teams that he would have beat this week. I mean, that's fantasy football for you guys. It's a lot of luck, and Barron was the lucky guy this week. With not starting Amari Cooper or Tyler Algier, could have cost him. This is honestly karma for Fish cheering for Stettin in the Guillotine League. So we're in a Guillotine League, and Fisher's been actively rooting against me for multiple weeks upon weeks, and this is your karma, Fisher. You should have chose Commish West Side. It's unfortunate to see you have to go out this way. Barron, Baby Emoji, going to the offs. Fish sitting at home watching on the sideline. And the last matchup, Gavin won 244 to 138. Not much to say here. I mean, Jesus Christ, Gavin. I mean, let me just 25 out of Goff, 41 out of Darnold, 16 out of Aaron Jones, 41 out of Nakua, 12 out of Ridley, 21 out of Kittle, 19 out of JSN, 40 out of Charbonnet. You had 3 guys get 40 on the same team. Sheesh. I mean, we don't even have to talk about my team. I lost by literally 106 points. Would it be Baron? Would it be Fisher? Would it be King and I? You know, not that you know, winning 3 out of 12 is impressive, but like I lost by 106 points is an absolute insanity. So if we're looking at the standings, you know, Gavin's the 1 seed, he gets the bye. Jake is the 2 seed, he gets a bye. And then we got Baby Emojis 6 going up against Joe Ginley 3. And then Juice going up against me. So, Battle of the Pilots, Drickney and myself both went to De La Salle, Hirschman, Nard as well. But this will be the Pilot Bowl. And then we got Baby Emojis going up against Joe Ginley. Little Seminole. No Seminoles. Hurricanes versus. I don't know what John Carroll's mascot is. I feel like I should know that. John Carroll. What are you guys? What are you guys? The Jesuits? John Carroll. Blue Streaks. Okay, yeah, I knew that. John Carroll Blue Streaks. All right, so we got Hurricanes versus Blue Streaks. Let's see. I don't think anybody's set their lineups yet, but okay. So this is really interesting. So they played twice this year already. Baron won Week 6, 157 to 113. Baron won Week 12, 153 to 106. That was Baron's week that he won to jumpstart himself to get into the playoffs. As of right now, Baron is projected 155. Ginley's projected 168. So pretty close matchup projected here. Juice and myself. Juice is projected 155. I'm projected 149. So we'll see how it goes. I'm excited for this. You know, the winner of these two matchups will then go get to more than likely get dog walked by Gavin and Jake, but anything can happen. Crazy last few weeks to you know, at least there was a lot of people that were you know, had a shot to get into the playoffs going into the last week. I mean, we had 9 out of the 12 teams with a shot at the playoffs going into the last week. So, I mean, it was an exciting season, and I thank everybody for just your participation. I enjoy everybody kind of talking in the group chat. There were some good trades down the stretch. I would like to see a little bit more of that, but I think that'll continue to grow as we all just continue to get to know each other better. As of right now, I mean, let's see. This is so Gavin is the new points force leader behind, and Jake right behind him. Joe Ginley, and then myself, Juice, and then Nard Nasty Rat was actually above Baron in points force. So just shows that he had the most points. Oh no, actually, I had the most points allowed. So probably Gavin put me over the top there with 244, but Nard was second. So in terms of unluckiest teams, it'd be myself then Nard. But no, this was a really good season. I'm excited to see how it plays out. Hopefully somebody dethrones Jake this year. He's getting too good in this league, and he can't just get off scot-free anymore. Somebody's got to challenge him. Gavin's team looks insane. as I just experienced last week. Getting 244 put up against me. But a couple shout outs. Shout out to, again, Fisher getting Juan Soto. Awesome stuff. Cleveland Joe Buckeye. Not sure what your state is doing, trying to pass this law to make it a felony to plant a flag on the field. It seems very, interesting, to say that. But more interestingly, Barron's Rams are getting hot. Fisher's Jets are dead. Jake and Mai and Nard and John's and Steve's and Gavin's Lions. We're gearing up to get healthy, and we're wearing the blacks against the Bills. Scary. It's a little scary for the Bills. JD and Juice, your Packers, still very alive. Don't think you're gonna win the division now, but very alive for the playoff hunt. Who did I miss? Oh, Joe Ginley, your Cleveland Browns. They're exciting to watch, at least. And you might honestly have Jameis next year as your quarterback. That would be fun. I enjoy watching him. Oh, I almost forgot Stu. He's a Lions fan as well. He has season tickets. I don't know how I forgot that. This recap was a lot shorter than the last one. One thing I did want to touch on, Jake and Barron. I know you rely on me for the recap to this league, but I'd like you to go more than a minute on our league. I like to hear your guys' opinions and points of view on more than just your guys' matchup in the league. You guys have good insight, and you guys are knowledgeable about the game. So I'd like to hear just a little bit more in depth. You don't got to go as in depth as I do about the league, but a little bit more conversation about us would be appreciated. I know I'm watching. I know Gavin watches them. I'm not sure about the rest of the league, but we're fans, and we'd like to hear a little bit more about this fun league as well. I know you got 30 other leagues, so not asking for 5 to 10 minutes on our league, but more than a minute. No, really, this is crazy. So I want to look at Barron's fight to get into the playoffs. So let's just look at this real quick. So Barron lost 3 in a row and then won his last 3 to get in the playoffs. I mean, how crazy is that? And he avenged his loss against Fisher. And he beat 2 playoff teams, and one of them was the guy he beat to get in the playoffs. So he beat Joe, Gavin, and Fisher all in a row. Pretty impressive stuff, man. Pretty impressive stuff. Champion Rats. Can you believe Jake was 2-2 at one point? Went on a bender, 4 games winning streak. He lost to Ginley, Juice, Stu, and Malik these nutties. I mean, a really good season out of Jake, but this is the one I was talking about. King and I, Steve. Dang, dude. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1-7 in his last 8 games from week 7. Oh, Steve, you hate to see it. I mean, he was 5-1. Wow. Injuries caught up to Steve and the King and I. You hate to see it. Fisher also totally collapsed. 1-3 in his last 4 games, including a loss to John. Tough way to go out. Oh yeah, Gavin was actually slipping at the end, but obviously recorrected his form against me. 244 points. Yeah, I mean, Gavin's the team to beat. What we'll see that will be interesting will, who's going to pick up the hot guy that, is the second or third string running back on a team playing for somebody that's hurt in these final weeks, that goes off for 20 plus, that, is a difference maker. That's what I'm going to be watching for. Juice, you're going down this week. Barron and Kinley battling it out. Jake and Gavin, they get to sit at home and rest their legs, enjoy football stress-free, knowing that it doesn't matter what their players do this week at all. They could all just have the worst week of the year if they wanted to. It's a pretty good feeling. So, reminder that payouts are 700, 350, 150. I think I have to double check that, but that sounds right. 700, 350, 150. I'll double check her. Thank you guys for coming along on this journey for the whole season. We will continue to do recaps for the playoff matchups. And we will crown our champion here in almost 2 weeks. So it's pretty exciting stuff. Thank you guys again for watching these recaps, and we will look forward to having an epic battle in the playoffs and for the BTF championship, to get your name etched on that trophy, and you get to have that trophy for a whole year. I know Jake is enjoying having that at home right now, but hey, there's 5 other guys that want their hands on that trophy and want their name on that trophy and want that prize money. So it's anybody's now. Good luck, fellas.